Hello, and welcome to this week's vlog that I'm calling Sad Boys Rehab Week. Cricket and Tomcat are both getting injections done tomorrow. Cricket's getting his stifles, and Tomcat's getting his neck. And Moose is currently brewing an abscess, so I've got a soak for him, a beer for me, and I'm gonna go grab shoe pullers, go pull the shoe right now, and soak his foot. Then get it wrapped and put poultice on it, and then get ready for the vet to come and do the injections tomorrow. So come with me. So this will probably be fun for everyone but me to watch me try to pull Moose's shoe off. I just brought him home and he's seeing Tomcat for the first time in a couple of months and Cricket for the first time in a couple of days, but he's very excited. And I don't think he's going to stand still for this. So I will, of course, take a video of the whole thing. So this is me pulling off Moose's shoe. I've pulled shoes a couple of times in the past, but never for a horse with an abscess. And I didn't realize how painful it was going to be for him for me to pull the shoe off. Moose actually was not as swirly as I thought he was going to be, but when I got close to where the abscess was and was trying to take the shoe off, he was really hurting. Oh my God. That took so long and was such a painful experience for me and Moose. My back hurts, my knees hurt, my quads hurt. He's in there soaking in like a soaking boot right now, and I'm self-medicating as well. So we'll jump ahead to the next day, which is Monday, when the vet was out actually doing the injections. I sent Cricket down with the vet and stood with Moose while we were digging out the abscess. Actually unsuccessfully this attempt, and I got a quick clip of Tomcat when he was all done up with his mane getting his neck injections. Honestly, I might need a little bit of Banamine today. I think I hurt my back pulling Moose's shoe off yesterday. I'm just sore because I'm not used to being hunched over for 30 minutes, but I'm gonna take some Tylenol when I go back in. Surely that's not good for your neck injections, Thomas. Moose. Well, I was going to take everyone's temperature before I fed them, but Tomcat's being incredibly immature and not going to do his neck injections. So I'm going to feed them before he breaks his neck. All right, everyone's temperatures came back normal, which is entirely what we expected. And now I'm just gonna fill up their waters and muck out their stalls just like normal. All right, it's Tuesday morning, first day after injections. Tom's going out for a hand walk. And then when we come back, I'll probably hose the soap off of his neck. I already gave them their Banamine when I fed and took their temps this morning. And Tom's was normal and Cricket's was normal, but Moose had a slight fever, so I texted the vet. So our Sad Boys Rehab Week is a little bit more exciting than I had planned, because when I took Moose's temperature this morning, it was just over 101. And so, just to make sure that his abscess is in fact an abscess and there's no infection in the coffin bone, I'm bringing him into the clinic. The unfortunate part is, it's very uncomfortable for him to walk and I'm by myself. And he really does not want to come. Good boy. So I'm just trying to go nice and slow for him. Come on, Moosey. I know it's tough, buddy. We feel so sad for him. All right, I'll see you down at the trail. All right, Sad Boys Rehab continues. I'm heading back up to the barn to take Cricket and Tomcat for their next hand walk. Cricket skipped his this morning because we were in a bit of a hurry to get Moose out to the vet. Moose made it out to Fairfield. They did full radiographs of the foot and the fetlock, and it didn't look like there was an abscess, but they ended up finding it exactly where he told me it was when I was pulling his shoe the other night. So Moose is actually released from stall rest 2 days early. And if there's bad weather or anything, I'll lock him back in so that he doesn't run around or anything too much. But Moose is doing great. I'm gonna walk Cricket and then walk Tomcat and let Moose out so that I don't have to pick out his stall. So here's Cricket's little hand walk. He is, of course, on his best behavior because he always is. And Cricket's hand walks are a little bit easier because he's also in limited turnout. He's very reliable. You can pretty much always trust him to only stand around, eat, and sleep. And so he's allowed to stay in a small turnout as long as he behaves himself, which he did. Oh, Tom, you can tell he's already preparing to be a little bit of a turkey. Silly, silly boy. Okay, I don't want to sully Tomcat's good name because he's walking much more politely now. He's not screaming for his friends. He's still walking fast. Alright, well, he's sullying his own good name at this point. So this would be Cricket's cold hosing. Usually to keep myself busy while I'm cold hosing, I'll play the day's Wordle or work on a crossword puzzle, but I actually was using my phone to film this, so I had to just pay attention to what I was doing. It was very boring. But we do this 2 times a day while we're rehabbing, and I only film the one because, well, gotta play that Wordle. Okay, good morning. We've got Moose's instructions. Don't need them anymore because he blew his abscess. Cricket needs cold hosing and then to go for a walk. And Tom just needs a walk. They both need their Banamine and they both need their temp taken. And here we go. Just walked all the way out to the tack room and I realized I forgot my Banamine. This time I got it. Tom got to be so annoying on his hand walks that I tried to redirect him a little bit by asking him to do some of his tricks, and it worked exactly as I expected it to. Once I started asking him to lay down instead of just regular walking, he was a lot happier because he really likes to perform. Plus, I think he prefers to roll out in the mud than he does in his stall, so he was really happy to get down and get dirty. All right, it's the last day of stall rest with Sad Boys Rehab. Tomcat gets Banamine and Cricket gets Banamine and cold hosing. Moose just gets his temperature checked and foot soak and a new wrap. Yeah, let's go check on them, see if I actually film Moose soaking his foot because I keep forgetting. Hi, Tom. The weather was pretty awful on Thursday, and as it turns out, I'm a fair weather vlogger, so I didn't take a lot of videos, but I did take them for their hand walks and finished off their cold hosing, and then this is me tucking them into the night with their hay and some extra treats. So this is Friday morning when we finally got to test the success of the joint injections. I took Cricket out and he was pretty good. I gave him just a light ride for the first time and started building his work back up. He feels pretty weak in his hind end, but that makes sense because he had most of the winter off. We had a lot of ice here. So I'm putting him back to work and hoping that his stifles and hind end start to feel really good once he gets a little stronger. Oh my God. Oh my God, Tom. Oh. So I put Tomcat on the lunge, and I actually think he looks pretty good here, but it's somewhat deceptive because he was just excited to be out of his stall. But unfortunately, he looks about the same after the injections as he did before, so we're pretty certain it didn't really help him much. I played around with him just a little bit under saddle as well after he had a couple days on the lunge just to see how he looked. And like always, he had some really good strides and some really bad strides. And so though I would have loved to be able to bring him back to work, I think we're going to leave Tom in his semi-retired light work state. Well, so happy! Thanks, Cricket. So Cricket's injections worked and Moose is mostly rehabbed from his abscess now. Tomcat's injection didn't seem to do what we were hoping it would, but the 3 of them were very happy to be reunited this time, and so after a fun week together, I loaded Tomcat up and brought him back to his boarding barn, and that was the end of Sad Boys Rehab Week. So thanks for watching. If you liked this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing. If you have any questions, leave a comment below.